All right, Kelly, the time is now. It's lacrosse time here once again, and we've talked to you a couple of times in the off season, and now it's real. Give us an idea of last couple of practices and what you girls been working on.
Well, we've really focused a lot, especially this preseason, on just like cleaning up the little things and just getting better every day. And we talked a lot about mindset and what that looks like, and we're trying to cultivate a growth mindset so that we're just working and focusing on improving on the little things every day. And we've been doing that in the last couple weeks. It's showed, and we inter-squad scrimmaged on Saturday, and it looked really well, or really good. So I'm excited. We're ready to go.
Give me an idea. You mentioned the mental game, and that's a part of athletics that just intrigues me. And I talked to a lot of coaches around the campus about how they do things. Softball is important to them. Tennis talks about it a lot as well. But for lacrosse, give me some idea of the techniques you're using to in between the ears. It can be mental a lot.
I know, and that's the tough piece to this, because we all know it's so important. Everyone always says, you spend so much time on the physical side. And they always say it's 80% mental and you don't spend any time on it. So, but it's like, what can we do? You got to give things to them in little pieces, because if you go too long, they check out and nothing you're saying is registering. So this preseason we spent a lot of time. I've been reading a lot, and so I'm trying to break down things that I read that we can give to them. So I'll just copy pages out of a book, just a page, and read this, and what it looks like. And so we try to keep going back to it to say, okay, a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset. Fixed mindset is, you have an ability to accomplish something, and if you don't, you can't change it. Whereas a growth mindset is you see challenges in a different way, and you can go out and say, okay, I didn't do that well, but I know if I continue to work at it, I'm going to get better. And so we talk about just how that relates to lacrosse, because I'm everybody in this room probably says, yeah, I have a growth mindset, I want to get better, but what does that actually look like? So we're focusing a lot on the application of that. And we've spent a lot of time just talking about it and making sure we're going back to it. So in practice, all right, how am I reacting? If I didn't get put on the starting team, what am I doing? Am I making excuses, or am I working harder? Or am I seeing what that person that plays before me, what is she doing that I'm not doing? How can I get better? So, and I think we're all kind of starting to buy into it, and it's really paying dividends so far.
Let me know what your next seminar is. I'll be there.
Okay.
That's really good. I'll be honest. That was really good.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about on the field.
Okay.
What are some of the improvements you've seen over, I don't want to say last year, but when you started implementing things in the off season, where have you seen this team take that next step?
Yeah, I think this fall was really good. I mean, we have a lot of younger players, so, it's kind of other little all over the place. They're getting some playing experience and just what that looks like. And now we're actually putting in, kind of systems and just what we're going to look like, what does Liberty Lacrosse look like. And, and I think we're taking to that stuff really well. And again, we're pretty young. I mean, we're going to have a lot of younger kids on the field, which is exciting.
Right.
But in the beginning, it's okay, we have to know there's going to be a maturing process and a growth process. But a lot of our younger kids and our older girls are just, they're really good leaders. And I've said this before a million times, but they're actions people. And, the girls are really responding to that, because it's not about what you say, it's about what you do. And the upperclassmen get that. And so the younger kids are falling in line, and it's just pretty special. So we're just ready. We're ready.
And it starts this weekend. You play Notre Dame and Butler. Before we talk about those matchups, you started practice on the football field at Williams Stadium as your new turf started to get installed and implemented. And we've talked to a number of the girls, and they're excited now to be back here working out. So how has that transition been in the new field and things like that?
It's been great, and I think it has kind of pick up a level of excitement, because it's a new field, it feels good, it's different, the shot clocks are out there. I mean, it's a whole different ball game. So it kind of just made it a little bit more special, because, and they liked being on the football field, I mean, little things, I guess, right?
No, yeah.
So it makes it just, it feels a little bit more exciting and special. So it's been great, and we're excited to open up out there and show everybody our new field. The logo in the middle looks really nice.
Yeah, it's important. Always about the branding. You see the sweatshirt right there, and even my Argyle sweater vest
red and blue.
Yeah, there you go. You got the idea. All right, Notre Dame and Butler, 2-game trip to Indiana. Give me an idea of kind of what you're up against this weekend.
Yeah, well, Notre Dame opened up yesterday against Northwestern. They were the 8th ranked team in the country. Northwestern was 9. They played a really close game. They lost by 1. They're going to be hungry for a win on Friday, that's for sure. They're a very good team, but I think it's important. And again, just going back with our mindset piece, that we're getting the most out of these games and these challenges, because I think it's important that we face challenges early on in the season so that we're prepared. And the girls are excited. It's different. They're not scared. They're looking forward to it, and that is a big deal, especially when you're trying to change a culture and you're trying to build a winning program. So we're just really excited, and we're going to see 2 different teams. Butler, actually, it's their inaugural season where they're going to be their first game ever as a women's lacrosse program, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So it'll be 2 different looks, and we're excited to get those 2 games in, 2 completely different games to be able to come back next week and build off of them. And I think it's a perfect time to start, because it's finally to that piece. We scrimmaged inter-squad last weekend, and and this weekend I'm like, okay, we've made some changes. I feel like we're ready to face another team. And
it's good to see, like you said, somebody else in some different colors than what you do in
Exactly.
inter-squads every day. All right, Kelly, appreciate your time. Have a great, safe trip, and
Thank
we'll
you.
catch up with you next week, okay?
Thank you.
That's Head Women's Lacrosse Coach Kelly Nangle.